Very fresh good morning and Jai Hind, all of you. In my last video, we discussed terms and concept in sociology. We discussed social group and quasi groups. Now we will discuss in this video different types of social groups. How many types of social groups are exist in the sociology? What is the special feature? What is the similarity? What is the differences? All we will study in this video. So now start with the social groups, types of social groups. So how many types of social groups are there? First, the social groups are divided into two categories. First, the sociologists have classified social group differently. In their classification, they take different criterion into accounts. Primary group and secondary group on basis of size, type of relationship. It is the most well-known classification given by Cooley on the basis of size and type of relationship shared among its members. So now study about the primary group. What is the primary group? Okay, so primary group is a small of people. It is characterized by intimate face-to-face and emotional relationship. For example, family and peer group. The second one is secondary group. And what is the secondary group? Secondary group is relatively large. It is marked by formal and impersonal relationship. For example, club, resident welfare association. So there is the classification of two groups, primary group and the secondary group. What is the quality of primary group? It's a small. And what is the secondary? It's big. The other thing, in primary group, it's emotional kind of relationship, and in the secondary, it's impersonal relationship. Examples are in families is a primary group, club is the secondary group. Now we will study the next term, social stratification. What is social stratification? We have to study what is called social stratification. So social stratification can be defined as the existence of structural inequalities between groups in society in terms of their access to material or symbolic rewards. Ogburn and Nimkoff define social stratification as the process by which individuals and groups are ranked in more or less enduring hierarchy of status is known as stratification. Society can be seen as consisting of strata in hierarchy, with the more favored at the top and the less privileged near the bottom. Stratification has a crucial place in the organization of society. Every aspect of the life of every individual and household is affected by stratification. Opportunities for health, security, educational success, fulfillment in work, and political influence are all unequally distributed in systematic way. So what is stratification in simple word? It's a division of work. It's a division of work, how society is divided. That is called the social stratification. So different things, different terms are used for social stratification. How we form social stratification. So first term is here is slavery. Form of social stratification. The first term is slavery. The slavery is the extreme form of inequality in which some individuals are literally owned by others. The Greeks and Roman kept as soldiers, servants, laborers, and even civil servants. The Roman captured slaves from present-day Britain, France, and Germany. Slave armies were kept by the Ottomans and Egyptians. As a former institution, slavery has at present been eradicated. However, there are still instances of its existence found in numerous forms in many corners of the world. We are here studying social stratification, how people are divided into different categories, and that categories make different kind of group, different kind of society. In social stratification, the first term is used, slavery. Slavery is nowadays not in use, but it is not completely vanished from the world. It still exists somewhere in the world. The first stratification, the worst stratification of social, that is known as the slavery. The next one is the caste. Caste as a system of stratification. The second term which is used for social stratification, and that is caste as a system of stratification in India. You know what is caste system, how people are divided into different sections. They got different position, different things, different status due to their birth. Your social position is determined by the caste you are born in, and you cannot change your caste. Caste dictates the type of work an individual can do and does not allow occupational mobility. Caste endogamy is practiced with regard to marriages. An individual can marry only within his/her own caste. Caste determines one's social relationship. Social interaction is restricted by caste. There is restriction in terms of food and food sharing. So you better understand what is caste system, and system of stratification, because these things are not new for you. You are already knowing these things. Class as a system of social stratification. So class system is different from the other form of stratification in main four aspect. The boundaries between class group is not as clear cut as in the caste system. Okay. The boundaries between class group is not as clear cut in the caste system. Class status can be achieved and not is ascribed. So there is two things you can understand. There is a caste and second one is a class. Caste cannot be changed. You are born. Class can be achieved. You can achieve, you can uplift your standard of living, and that makes your class different. That makes your rank high. So caste and class. Caste stratification and class stratification is different in terms. Caste cannot be changed. Once you born in particular caste, you always belong that caste. You cannot remove, you cannot erase. But in class, it can be enhanced. It can be achieved. The class stratification is mainly based on inequalities with regards to possession of economic resources. The process of inequality operates through large-scale impersonal association of the members. Status and role. Now, we will study status and role. First, we have studied class and caste. Now we will study status and role. What status and roles means, what status and role term explain before us. What is the explanation according to sociology? Okay, so what is the status? What is the status? It is achieved by an individual on merit and effort. It is based on individual's choice. So what is status? Achieved status. What is status? And two types: achieved and ascribed. The first is status. The first is status. Whatever you achieved in your life, that will define your status. You can achieve achieved status and ascribed status. You are privileged to born in particular family which is very reputed, and this way you get ascribed status. So there is a difference. Achieved status is achieved by effort. Ascribed status achieved by birth. That is the status. Ascribed and achieved status. What is the achieved status? It can change qualification, income, etc. It plays an important role in modern society. Example class. Okay. So the achieve status can change your qualification. When you get higher education, your income will be enhanced. This way your achieve status will be changed, it will be improved. It can also be decreased, it can be changed. It is and it's very play a very important role in the modern society, because in metropolitan cities it's not common to ask somebody's name, caste, etc. And the example of the achieved status is class. A class is an example of achieved status. When you achieve something in your life, a auto rickshaw driver son become IS, so definitely his class is changed, his status is changed. He achieved different status in his life, so his class is changed. Now he belong some other classes. Come to the ascribed status. It is difficult to change status. It is not possible to change. It plays an important role in traditional society. The example of this is caste. So it is not possible to change ascribed status. Whatever the status you achieve by your birth, it will remain same. And it is considered very important in traditional societies, in remote areas, in villages. And the example of this is caste. Once you born in a particular caste, that is your ascribed status, and it will always remain same till you take the last breath. Okay, so come to the discuss multiple status and status progression. How it progress. We are living in a modern complex society, so individual may occupy multiple status during the course of his or her life. This is sociologically termed as status set. For example, you as a school student may be a student to your teacher, a customer to your grocer, a passenger to the bus driver, a brother or sister to your sibling, and a patient to the doctor. So there are many roles you play in different people's life. So, and your status is different before different peoples. So individuals also acquires different status and various stages of life. This is called a status sequence, for it refers to the status which is attained in succession or sequence at various stage of life. For example, a son becomes a father, a grandfather, and then great grandfather, and so on. So this is status. This is called the progression of status. Today you are a son, tomorrow you will be father. So this is the status progression. Same individual has to gain different status in his lifetime. That is the status progression. Status and prestige. Now discuss status and prestige. What you achieved, what you are achieving through your hard work, that is called a status. And what is the prestige? Are both same or different? Can you define according to your own thinking that what is status and what is the prestige? Is there any connection between status and prestige? I expect you will write something and send to me so I can check what you really feel. I really like when a student share their feelings with me. So I wish you will send to me what do you think about status and prestige. I will explain, but I want to listen from your side. What is status and what is prestige? Both are interconnected terms. Now I will explain these things that both are interconnected terms. Without status, how you will achieve prestige, how you will become prestigious. So both are correlated, both are interconnected. You can say that both are bogies of a same train, both are connected. Every status is accorded certain right and values. Values are attached to the social position rather than to the person who occupies it or to his or performance or his action. The kind of values attached to the status or to the office is called prestige. Now you can understand this term, this interrelated term. For example, I will give an example that I am a teacher. It is my status that I am a teacher, and with my this position, a lot of unseen responsibilities and burdens are on me. The first was, if I want to dance on the street, is it possible? Is it not possible? Because it will damage my prestige. It hurts my position. So, in this way, both are, you can dance, but I cannot. What people will say, see, she is a teacher and she is dancing on the street. Oh my God. So, my prestige will be in danger, it will be questioned. So, that is the prestige related to the status. Once you achieve a certain height in your life, once you achieve some status in your life, you will not do everything in your life. You have to follow certain norms to keep your position unquestioned, and that is called prestige. You have to maintain your prestige according to your status. That is the prestige and status relation. I hope you all understand this, and I will explain rest of part of the chapter in my next video. Till then, I am waiting of your responses, what you will write down and send to me. And thank you very much watching me. Take care of yourself. Jai Hind to all.